This is the one that's traveled farthest from home, Voyager 1. She bears a message to 1 billion years from now. Although Voyager 1 has been exploring the cosmos for over 45 years now, it hasn't seen it all. It keeps uncovering something new every day, and its recent discovery, validated by Neil deGrasse Tyson, remains a mystery to the scientific world. The spacecraft just detected the existence of 775 celestial objects while exploring interstellar space. Are these mysterious celestial objects real, or are they the result of inaccurate data transmission from Voyager 1 to NASA? Could they be the handiwork of extraterrestrials? Join us in this video as we explore how Voyager 1 recently detected 775 unknown objects passing by in space. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a familiar face in the scientific community, which he officially joined when he gained admission to study physics at Harvard University. An astrophysicist, author, and science communicator, Tyson has been an advocate for expanding the operations of NASA. He believes that NASA is underfunded to effectively execute the work that needs to be done. Besides speaking up for more funding for NASA, Neil deGrasse Tyson has never shied away from conversations on what transpired in the universe long before we came around. He also believes that there is still a whole lot we don't know about the universe we live in, and it's only fair that we explore them. This explains why Tyson's interest was piqued recently when Voyager 1 detected 775 unknown objects passing by in space. Mother Earth is a remarkable planet with several mind-blowing features, but compared to the rest of the universe, it is just a mere speck. Philosophers have known this for several centuries, but they didn't have a chance to prove this statement until NASA scientists came along with a spectacular invention in the 70s. However, this invention might not have come into existence if not for the alignment of the stars, which in the real sense are the 4 largest planets of our solar system. The alignment of the 4 planets had largely been unnoticed until it got the attention of Gary Flandreau, a PhD student at the California Institute of Technology. Flandreau, who was working part-time at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, charted the orbital paths for the giant planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. When doing this, he stumbled upon something amazing. He found out that in the late 1970s and early 1980s, all 4 planets would be strung like pearls on a celestial necklace in a long arc with the Earth. This discovery excited Flandreau's superiors at NASA because he had been tasked with finding out the most efficient way to send a space probe to Jupiter and the other giant planets. Back to this rare event that had unfolded in the eyes of NASA scientists, it meant that a space vehicle could get a speed boost from the gravitational pull of each giant planet it passed. It would be as if it was being tugged by an invisible cord that snapped at the last second, flinging the probe on its way. From Flandreau's calculations, it was estimated that the repeated gravity assists from the planets would cut the flight time between the Earth and Neptune from 30 years to 12 years. However, there was one setback to the excitement surrounding this discovery. The alignment occurred once every 176 years. Thus, to reach the planet while the event lasted, a spacecraft would have to be launched in the mid-1970s. This information was passed up the NASA hierarchy, and the space agency decided to seize this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity by developing 2 spacecraft. These twin spacecraft are known as Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. The spacecraft are twins in every sense because they have identical details. However, they were launched within 15 days of each other in the summer of 1977. Precisely, Voyager 1 was launched into space on September 15, 1977. The space probe is a part of the Voyager space program tasked with the mission of exploring the solar system and interstellar space for our benefit. Voyager 1 has been in operation for almost 5 decades and has been communicating with the scientific community through the NASA Deep Space Network. It receives routine commands and transmits the data back to Earth. We are able to monitor the real-time distance and velocity data thanks to NASA and its Jet Propulsion Laboratory. As of August 2023, the space probe was situated 24 billion kilometers away from the Earth. This makes it the most distant man-made object away from the Earth. The Jet Propulsion Laboratory executed the design and construction of Voyager 1. The probe left our planet from Launch Complex 41 at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station aboard a Titan IIIe launch vehicle. Voyager 1 made its way into space 2 weeks after its twin, Voyager 2, had been launched. NASA launched the probe with the objective of conducting outer planetary, heliosphere, and interstellar medium exploration. NASA had been very keen on studying what happened or existed between the stars, and the Voyager mission was going to make this dream a reality. Early on in its development, NASA scientists had decided that the spacecraft had to make a flyby over Jupiter, Saturn, and the latter's largest moon, Titan. Although Voyager 1 had been launched later than its twin, it still arrived at Jupiter before Voyager 2. It explored the two gas giants, studying their weather, magnetic fields, and rings. Thanks to Voyager 1, we were able to get detailed images of the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. As mentioned earlier, the Voyager craft mission didn't stop at studying Jupiter and Saturn. The space probe went further to locate and study regions and boundaries of the outer heliosphere. It also extended its operation to include exploration of the interstellar medium. The spacecraft crossed the heliopause and entered into interstellar space on August 25, 2012. Voyager 1 made history by being the first spacecraft to achieve this feat. As the universe would have it, we got a confirmation that the Voyager was indeed in interstellar space 2 years later. In 2014, the spacecraft began experiencing a third tsunami wave of coronal mass ejections from the Sun, and this continued until December 15th of that year. It was Voyager 1 that gave us the first family portrait of the solar system as seen from outside. It also provided a famous image of the Earth that was soon nicknamed the pale blue dot. After exiting the heliosphere, Voyager 1 headed straight for interstellar space. It was time to explore in between the stars. Nevertheless, the instruments of the probe kept studying the solar system. Voyager's mission was expected to end many years ago, but NASA's engineering team seems to have performed their magic on the spacecraft. They have succeeded in extending the spacecraft's mission to 2025. By this period, it is expected that it will no longer have enough electric power to operate its scientific instruments. The team achieved this feat by testing the space probe's trajectory, correction maneuver TCM thrusters in late 2017. This was the first time these thrusters had been fired since 1980. The decision to fire the thrusters succeeded in extending the mission's lifespan by 2 to 3 years. One look at the gains achieved by Voyager 1 in the past 4 decades, and it would be hard to believe that the craft's launch almost failed in the summer of 1977. This was because a part of the launch vehicle had shut down prematurely, causing 1,200 lb of propellant to become unburned. Nevertheless, Voyager 1 is currently traveling at about 523 million kilometers per year, which is about 1 light year per 18,000 years.